Hi guys. Hi everyone. Welcome. Come on in. Come on in. Make sure you give me a 1 if you can hear me. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, listen. Today is going to focus on future faking. And of course, thank you so much. Hit the like button. I am your host, Dr. Yaya Marie. I'm the author of When Satan Plays Matchmaker, exploring the spiritual side of narcissism. Exploring the spiritual side of narcissism. Listen, I'm so happy that everyone is here with me today. Isn't this awesome? We're here back on another Wednesday. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I'm going to do a video because I recently had a birthday, a born day, yes. And I was just shocked at the state of, we know it's bad, right? But I just feel like things are getting so much worse when it comes to um, narcissism, toxic people, toxic relationships. It's getting so bad. Like, I just thought I was just caught in like the matrix this past weekend or two, because I'm going to make a whole, it's the inspiration for a new video coming up. And I was debating on whether I should even just put it out there because it could be kind of controversial. And this is not the page for, it's not a TMZ or what's the tea, like gossip type page, right? This is really a more of a learning type page. Like, people with all of my viewers have some type of a higher level of thinking. Okay. This is not just, okay, let me just click on and I'm just going to watch and that's it. No, you're learning, you're actually learning something. Like, this could be a class, a course, or something. So I was just kind of like debating on whether I wanted to talk about it or not. But guess what? You are going to be absolutely shocked at what I'm going to tell you in the next upcoming video. Anywho, well, today we are talking about future faking and how narcissists use this tactic, how a narcissist uses future faking. And what really is future faking? I think this is very important to know because this is how a narcissist actually sucks you in. This is how you are reeled in with this, kind of like a fisherman's line. This is how they reel in their fish. This is how they get the really big fish. They know what to say to get the big ones, right? All of this is because they know what their target is looking for. They know what a target, such as yourself, because sometimes I don't really like to say the word victim. Victim is questionable. Yes, we were victimized to a certain extent, but I don't want to keep calling everybody a victim, right? Okay, so I just like to use the term target. Sometimes you'll hear me say the target, meaning you were targeted, you were set out and purposely drawn in to a narcissist. You were their target. How could a narcissist get a hold of someone such as yourself? Good question. I'm glad you asked. A lot of it is through the future faking. This is how I have another series coming up on jail bay narcissists, the inmate narcissists. How are they reeling in their targets? What are they doing? What are they saying to reel in this type of supply? Same thing in your everyday life. And let's be honest, not every narcissist is a scrub. Not every narcissist is a dusty or a bum. Some of them are really well put together people. Not always. Some of them, are just, they're not so, low on the totem pole, so to speak, when it comes to their lifestyle. Some of them do have a lifestyle where they can actually reel people in through buying them things or possibly giving them lavish gifts. But usually that's not the case. All right. Because let's be honest, and even I talk about this in my book too. This is not just shut in to a certain demographic. This is not just about a certain socioeconomic class. This narcissistic abuse can happen to anyone. It can happen to the janitor as well as the CEO. I can guarantee you that if you're people watching in New York City with all of those people, and you just pick out one or two from the crowd and you say, hey, have you ever been in a narcissistic abusive relationship? And they would say yes, or they may know somebody. So this is not just subject to a climate that is more, lower on the socioeconomic on the pole. Okay, this can happen to the richest people. I mean, you see all of these court and trials with celebrities. Remember, we just heard about Johnny Depp and Amber. You see all of these types of people going through what clearly to us in the community, like we know, like you're dealing with a narcissist. Even they might not know it. Okay. So every person or every narc in people's lives are not down and out. But I would say for the majority, a lot of them use future faking, meaning they're going to promise you things and they're going to reel you in because they know what you want to hear with no intention on fulfilling those needs, those desires. I've heard someone say, they probably mean well, or maybe that's what they thought at that time. That's questionable. That's questionable. Because do they actually have the intention on executing their plans? No. Does it sound good? Yes. Are they telling you things that they think that you want to hear? Correct. Okay. So this is why it's extremely important when you're meeting someone, do not tell all of your desires, all of your wishes, all of your plans up front. And, some of us, you want to be just like this open book, or maybe just frankly talk too much. And you're like, okay, well, I trust this person, or maybe you have good vibes about them. I can tell you now, because people mention good vibes, meaning you feel good around a person, or you can feel somebody out. Good vibes and like discernment are two different things. When you're saying someone has good vibes, you just, that's how you feel at the moment, and it's ruled by your actual feelings, right? So we know that our feelings can lie. Our feelings, our emotions, they can lie. Yeah, you may feel good. Who didn't feel good around the narcissist when you first met them? Right. They always come to you or to us giving off this facade, as in they are a good person. You can trust me. I feel good around this person. Remember how this all is a spiritual matter. On this show, we talk about the spiritual aspect of narcissism. Think about how Satan masqueraded himself into an angel of light. He even was so tricky that he is labeled the most cunning, meaning the most slick, the most crafty animal in the garden. That was him. He was crafty. He was slick with it. He had a way to finesse his way to get through to people. Same characteristics that a narcissist has. Same exact characteristics. They're able to manipulate. They know what to say. They know how you want them to act and what you're actually looking for. This is why it's important that to not answer so many questions when you're first meeting someone, or let somebody else talk about themselves while you sit back, because that's usually what a narcissist does. While you're talking and giving your whole life story and telling these people like your dreams and aspirations and your goals, they're sitting back and they're listening, asking you more, seeming so intrigued. Why is that? Number one, they're gathering information to use later. And number two, you're actually literally telling them how to act around you. You're telling them what to be to win you. Does everyone understands that? Okay. So it's important that when you're meeting someone, and this is not just for relationships, it's important to not tell too much. In fact, if you can, just don't even tell anything at all. You're first meeting someone. What do they need to know all of your desires for? For what? So they can pray against it. A lot of what we see in this world, people don't understand how evil people are. There are people that will pray against you, literally. They will set things up in motion so you don't get the promotion. They will set things up so you are down and out and you have to depend on them. They will give you bad advice on purpose. I just made a stat on Facebook about this yesterday. A narcissistic parent will give you bad advice on purpose. And that's your own, this is a parent you've spawned from. So if they can do it, how much more can someone on the street that you don't know can do? Right? So listen, I want to tell you guys that future faking works because it speaks to your emotions. Now, if you have been listening to me for a while, I talk about how you have to think with your brain, which is logically. You cannot think with your heart, which is emotional. So when you get a person that is speaking to your emotions up front, that's a red flag. That is a red flag. You're going to have to think logically. And I'm going to give you some very good examples of how this future faking is a huge manipulation tactic. It is one that I often say, I think I really can't stand it. Personally, I hate, I don't want to use the word hates, but I cannot stand future faking. When I meet someone or, just everyday life, and you can tell that they're going to start it, the future faking, right? So they'll say something like, it's a lot of flattery up front, a lot, like more than normal. I mean, of course, it's nice to get compliments here and there, but it's to the point where it's like, okay, like it's kind of odd. Like, why you keep saying this? And it kind of catches you off guard because if you are a codependent person, you need that admiration all the time, somewhat like a narcissist. But of course, you are not manipulating, you're not gaslighting people and all of that. But if you're a codependent person, you love the future faking. You've never been, treated like that. And you like it and you want more of it. Okay. So one thing about a future faking, like I said, they have no intention of following through with what they're promising you. None whatsoever. Let's say you meet someone and they tell you, you know what? I want to travel the world together. Let's travel the world. Let's do it. We're going to start in Europe and we're going to end in Asia. Okay, we're going to do that. Let's think about it. This person has no passport and they cannot even get a passport. They can't qualify for one because they have a criminal record. Do you think that they have intentions on traveling the world with you? You see that there's a lot of folks. See, this could be a slippery slope because it's good to plan, right? That's what we should do. We are humans and we, desire things and let's plan it out. But when you get a person that you just met, you're new in the relationship, probably not even officially together, and they're saying, let's travel the world. Some of them, what if they don't have a job? Or maybe just like the scenario I gave, what if they cannot even get a passport? How would that happen? Here's another one. I want to marry you. God said, you're my wife. Wait a minute. Aren't you already married to somebody else? How are we going to get married, but you say you're separated, but you're not divorced, but I'm your wife? Future faking. Here's another one. Okay, another one. Marriage is a big one because on women, because they know women desire marriage more than men. Of course, we got men that desire it, but you see it, women want to get married. This is a fact, okay? And they will say to you, okay, we're going to get married. Where do you want our wedding to be? How do you want the decor to look? What colors do you want? They'll have you picking out wedding dresses, looking at wedding dresses and venues because they want to get married. Some of them will even go so far as to buy you a ring. Still future faking. They have no intention on being with you for the rest of their life. Future faking. But they're telling you what you want to hear. The marriage one is a big one. That's a big one because they know that a lot of women desire marriage. Okay. They don't have any plans on executing these things that they're promising. It's all empty. It's all empty promises. Here's another one. Let's say you want to have children. This is another big one. They'll have you picking out baby names, wishing for a boy, girl, picking out outfits. They know they don't want no kids. They don't even like children. And they know that. They know that they don't want any children. If they have children, they know they don't even want any more children. And I'll take it a next level. He or she is saying, I want to have children. They don't even take care of their own kids they have now. It's future faking. They're telling you what they want to hear, what they think that you want to hear. This is future faking. This is future faking 101. They don't have any desire to be with you or other children, other people's children, let alone their own. They probably, already ghosted theirs. So why would you think that you and your children wouldn't be next? All of this is because they're trying to secure a spot in your life. You have something that they want. So when they're promising you marriage, they're promising you children, they're promising you, I'm going to give you the money to open a business, or we're going to fly around the world. They're promising you these things because you have something that they want. Usually it's, it could be something as simple as, they need something that's not simple. They need your car. They need, they know you have probably some money or something, and they want to be on your good side, or they want to get inside of how you make your money. They want to get in probably to your home, which is a big one because a lot of these ladies are letting these men inside of their home around their children, and come to find out they're on the pedo list. You already know how YouTube acts when I say certain words, so read between lines. And it's really crazy because they know what you desire. Think about how a narcissist will target a single mother. What do you want as a single mother? You want someone to be there for your children. You want to have a regular traditional family usually, right? Now, granted, of course, there are ways that women now are, going to clinics and getting, and it's not in vitro if you do that, is it? What's the one where you go to the sperm bank? There's a small sector of women that are single mothers by choice, right? We know that. But largely, as a community, it's usually not by choice. Okay. So, and they know that you desire a family, and they know that you want someone for your children. What do? They pretend to be a good father. They pretend to like your children. Deep down, they don't, because there will be little things that will come out where you're like, wait, whoa, like there's red flags everywhere. Some of the children even, go and say, hey, mommy, hey, daddy, this person is not for you. This person is mean to me when you're not around. This person, or possibly even try to assault the children or, touch the children inappropriately. You see that a lot with these narcs and what is it? Because I can't say certain words here. Predators. Okay, I'll just say predator. You see this a lot. And it's like because they know that you desire that. So you will be a target. Not only that, they know that the children will be taken care of. So in turn, they always have a place to stay. They always have food to eat. And they know that they're going to have a woman that is very, I would say, even broken. And let me tell you why, because that's a bold statement. Because not every single parent is broken, but in a way, with nowadays, you see so much emphasis on, oh, this woman has kids. Oh, this woman has kids. Now you're worthless, or like you're the bottom of the barrel because you have children. So in turn, you kind of like accept people or a man that is probably not the one for you, probably lower than your standards should be, because you're thinking, hey, I have kids, I should lower my standards, which is the rhetoric online. It's online on this, the web, where people listen, the type of the podcast with some big guy yelling inside of the camera saying how, women are evil, or, if you have kids, then you're worthless and things like that. And you see this a lot, especially like in the Black community, which is why I always tell, these types of women that you cannot listen. You cannot listen to that type of rhetoric at all, because what's happening is these women are getting such low self-esteem that they will put their child in danger just to say, ha, I got a family. Ha, I got a man now. He's a good stepdad. And just trying to fool the world because they don't want to be lonely and because they don't want the stereotype of being a single mother. Okay. But they don't listen to these people, these idiots online who are telling these women that you're worthless, that now that you have the child. Because notice all the emphasis is on the women. Where is the father that stepped out? There's not so much smoke for them. So I truly believe that this is really by design to get predators in the midst of children. This is why one of those types of videos come up, I just scroll past or just press those dots and say not interested, because you got to be careful of what you're hearing on here, especially women. And they're getting this type of information because I think a lot of these predators online want to get close to children. They want to use single mothers. They need a place to stay or live. They need, someone who's going to cater to them. And single mothers are a perfect target. They can future fake with them. Also, women who love to live in a fantasy. That's when we have the inmates, which would be on my other show. How the inmates will actually future fake with women who are out in the real world, not incarcerated. Okay, so future faking, they will future fake with the kids too. It's sick. They tell the kids, "Oh, okay, well, we're going to do this for that day, your birthday. I will do that for here, or I'll buy you this, or I give you that, or we could go here for your whatever day," and never execute it, leaving the children just dumbfounded. Like, why? This is a sick game. This is why I go so hard on future faking, because once people start to wake up and notice, hey, this person thinks I'm stupid. Hey, this person really think I'm a fall for that. That's where we're going to hit another level of healing, You'll be able to spot a narcissist from 2 miles away because they all come with the same game. It's love bomb hard, future fake hard. When somebody is future faking with you, promising you things that you know cannot be executed by this person. They probably barely have a job. They're asking you for stuff. Are they saying, when I get on my feet, I'm going to do this for you? When is that day going to come? And why do you want to wait around for that day? When I get, my big record deal, when I become a famous rapper, really? Okay. Then I'm going to be able to do that. I'm going to be able to do this or that. If any of that were true, let it come to pass, then we can see. Why do you need for me to wait and say, okay, well, until then, here's the keys to my house. And until then, here's my car. Until then, you can sleep here. Until then, this or that. Why do I have to do that? Everybody see the correlation here? Someone who's future faking with you only wants something out of you. And they have no intention on executing anything that they promised. Absolutely none. This is why they could just say with such confidence, oh, I'm going to, let's travel the world. He can't even get a passport. She can't even get a passport. In fact, they're on probation right now. How are we going to travel the world? We can't even go outside of a 5-mile radius. Somebody who's future faking with you will tell you that, you know what, we're going to have so many cute little kids. They don't even take care of their own children. So why would yours be different? This is future faking. So it's more of a if then. If I promise you this, will you give me this now? Get it? Everything is on a condition, and they need what they need right now while they expect for you to wait for them to get their stuff together. And honestly, what they're looking for is someone to take care of them, to be real. Okay, so you have something that they want. That is what future faking really gets down to it. You got something that they want, and they know that you want to hear certain things, and they need your trust. They need whatever it is from you, whether it be a house, your apartment, your couch, your car, money. They want to have access to who you do business with, how you're able to achieve such things. So they will tell you things that they think you want to hear. It's time to cancel out that future faking. You can tell when someone is lying to you. You can tell when someone is the lifestyle that they're telling you to imagine is not indicative of what they have going on. I always say this, you have to be with people that are going to match your lifestyle. You're the type of person that likes to, let's say you're the type, okay, what about, let's say men. You're the type of man who likes to go to, these nice golfing retreats and country clubs. So how is it that you can bring Trailer Park Tracy? No offense to anybody from the trailer park or Tracy, but you get where I'm going. Let's say for ladies, you like to go to farmers markets Saturday morning, and you're going to bring, somebody give me a name, Felon Darius. You think he'd like to do stuff like that? No, there's got to be a way to weed out these people that are coming in your life, future faking with you, and pretending as if they are on your level and they're not. Everybody understand that? Nowadays, you can't really say a lot like that because it's like people say, oh, you shouldn't judge, you shouldn't. Listen, having discernment could have got us out of a lot of bad situations. Saying, you know what, I'm not going to lower my standards could have got us out of a lot of bad scenarios. We probably wouldn't have been with the narcissist if we were a little bit more, I don't want to say judgmental, but a little bit more keen on who we allow in our life. Does everybody understand? You know, like, let's be honest. Let's be real, okay? Another scenario with future faking. I want to think about the jobs. You've been working at a job and you know you've been really doing what you're supposed to do. You're always hitting whatever sales or whatever, you know, measurement that they use to say, hey, you're doing a really good job, right? And they may keep promising you this promotion, but someone next to you does way less than you and they get the promotion. Why are they dangling the promotion like a carrot over your face while they know they had no intentions on giving it to you? They know they have no intentions on moving you up. Future faking in the workplace. You see it there too. They want you to work harder. They want you to, you know, really put in everything, and the next person who comes off the street gets the promotion way faster than you. Future faking in the workplace. Everybody got me? So listen, I really wanted to come on here and talk about this future faking. It is such a big deal because this is how narcissists and toxic people, con artists, manipulators, they use this tactic. Not just narcissists, con artists use future faking to reel their target in, promising things that they have absolutely no intention on executing, but it's something that they think that you want to hear. And this is supposed to say, you know, this is supposed to get the target or the victim all excited. Oh my gosh. I will never forget one of my friends actually, oh, bless her heart. This is such a while ago, so it's no one that I talk to now, but I remember she was telling me about this guy. And at the time she was living like in just a horrible neighborhood with her children. She met this guy in the same neighborhood, same like low income neighborhood. And he told her that he's going to move her out to California and they're going to live in like, you know, Malibu or something like that. So I'm like, so he lives where y'all both live in the same, you know, place. And he's telling you he's going to move you out to Cali. As expensive as California is, but he doesn't have a job and he has to live with you. That's a perfect example of future faking. He needed somewhere, when? Now. He needed something instant. So he promised her something in the future. Does everybody understand that? This is a technique that manipulators, master manipulators, use this technique on victims, on targets. You see it a lot. Yeah, I mean, this poor, it was absolutely insane. And of course, that didn't last long. He acted crazy toward one of her children. He actually went back to an ex, and it was just a whole big mess. Yeah, so look out for this future faking. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is not something where you're like, you know what? I think I'm smarter than these tactics. I don't really need to listen to this. I can guarantee you, once you start going out in the world and once you start interacting with different people, you will see this manipulation tactic, not just in relationships. You can either see it in your family. You can see it everywhere. People are using this future faking technique, and it's time for it to be exposed. All right, let's see what we got. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Make sure that you please like and share all of the videos that you see me put out. Like and share, because I am the only one who manages all of my pages, and it would be so helpful if you just like and share this content. Purchase the book When Satan Plays Matchmaker, Exploring the Spiritual Side of Narcissism. I'll be on here much more often. And listen, I got so many stories to tell you guys and these are real life scenarios. I'm going to post another video on what happened when I went on a little, not vacation, but it was like a birthday getaway. You're not going to want to miss this. And I think I was just like, I didn't, we do these, the live Q&As on my show a lot, right? Every other week. So there's one coming up this week. And for the past few Q&As, a lot of women have been writing in saying, telling their story about how they feel they are being used as like financially. And I literally got to witness this firsthand. I need to tell everybody this. Alrighty. Well, I hope everyone is having a wonderful Wednesday, and make sure that you subscribe, share, follow, and like. All right. I will see you guys. Probably later or either tomorrow. Okay. All right. Love you. Bye. Oh, come on, song. You can play.